Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is KidLee, and it's time to take a look at RoboCraft. This is a new game that is currently in beta and is being developed and published by Free Jam Studios. This is a game that sort of combines the Minecraft block building with the action of World of Tanks or World of Planes or any of those kinds of games. So I'll just say here real quick, if you're not really interested in the building aspect of this, I will put a timestamp down below this video that will allow you to skip right to the action. So basically how this works is you are able to use different shapes, blocks, triangles, and so on, to build different vehicles. You can build jeeps, tanks, whatever you can think of. And in front of us here we have an example of a vehicle that I have built. You can see that it actually has different colored blocks, and the different colors represent sort of the armor type. And I'll get into that more here in just a minute. But you can outfit it with guns and different wheels. And you're not just limited to ground vehicles, you can build flying vehicles as well. So let's get into the nitty-gritty of this. First of all, just sort of looking at the interface, I don't really have a mouse, so I can't point to things. But all the way up in the upper left, you have your level, so I'm level 6 right now. And then you have a little bar that says CPU and then P flops. This is basically your indicator of how many blocks or guns or wheels or objects you're able to put on any given vehicle. Down at the bottom, going all the way across the bottom, you've got your different tier ranks, and that is something that is, again, very similar to World of Tanks. Based on your tier rank, that sort of determines, who you're going up against. Then up in the upper right, you've got your currency. The star one, which I have 49 of. If we actually go ahead and we click on Q here for just a second, I actually do get my mouse. And if I go to the tech tree, the star 49 is basically your tech points, and then the green, which is your RP, is sort of your normal currency. And then with this game being free to play, this blue one is going to be a type of currency you'll actually be able to spend real money on. So that's how they're going to make their money. But I'm actually getting ahead of myself here a little bit. But you have regular inventory, as you can see here, and this is where your different blocks are. And you can see there's light and heavy and windshield one, and you can actually hover over these and they will tell you, here's the mass, here's the CPU load, the armor, and that all goes back into the sort of stats in the upper left that I was referring to before. So once you have them unlocked, you can actually come up here to the cube depot and you can buy with your RP or your blue currency. Now the tech tree, which I opened a little bit ago, this is where you basically start unlocking everything. So you start in the middle, and then you can decide where you want to go from here. And you can see this is a pretty good sized tech tree. So here's sort of the weapons section. Here's sort of engines and movement based stuff. Here they're actually hover blades, and these are allow you to do the flying vehicles. Down here we have sort of utility stuff, radar jammers and whatnot, and then up here we have your different armor types. So the tech tree is pretty cool. You can get pretty detailed with it. B takes you to the battle screen where you can actually practice or go against other people, and the actual battle mode is 13 on 13 at the moment. And then you have your garage where you can actually have multiple vehicles, set up based on what you want to do. But here, just briefly, we're going to load up Bay 3, which I have nothing. And I'll just do just a very quick build for you guys, just to sort of show you how this works. So you have to start with a pilot seat. And basically, your vehicle, if your pilot seat is destroyed, then your vehicle's destroyed. So, sort of, objective number 1 is to protect your pilot. So let's go ahead and let's go to chassis. We'll go to the light cubes. And let's start with just a basic design here. So we'll go, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll just make a line here. So, you know, that's a pretty decent line. And then we'll do, let's say... Should we do 4 or 5 across? We'll go ahead and we'll fill in the rest of our box. So this is sort of the baseline chassis for what we are going to build. And I have no idea what I'm going to build here. We're just kind of doing this off the top of my head. So we go, okay, so there's our baseline chassis. You know, do we fill it in? Do we not fill it in? You know, that's a choice to be made. Now let's go ahead and let's fill it in. Just spend some time making the chassis here. But it's going to be all about experimentation. Like right now I'm using light armor on this chassis. And I actually just used up the rest of my blocks. So I actually have to go here. See, I have got 0 of these. So now I have to go back into the Cube Depot, go back to the light chassis one. And I just grab, you know, let's grab 30 of these, let's say. They're free, doesn't matter. We'll buy cubes. Yes, confirm. Okay. Now, where were we? We were filling this in. But do you want a light chassis? Do you want a heavy chassis? You know, it all kind of depends on what your style is. I've seen some people who have made vehicles that are just incredibly, incredibly small. Some people go with the bigger method. So we have our base chassis down. So let's go ahead and go back to Q here. We need to work on movement. So we got some tires here. You can see the speed, the armor, the load capacity. So we'll go ahead and we'll just load up. We'll do 1 tire there. And you see when I added the tire, it automatically kicked it off the ground. So there we go there. 2 tires on that side. And we'll fly over to this side. We'll line it up. 1 tire there. 1 tire there. Okay, so there we have sort of our base chassis. So let's go ahead and grab the pilot seat. Go back into Q here, special. And we'll go ahead and we'll put that right about there. Alright, let's go ahead and go back to our cubes. Let's see here. Windshield ones. Now we don't want that yet. Let's go ahead and do just another base. Whoops, that is not what I wanted. You can right click to remove what you did there. Let's actually do something like this. Alright. And then we'll go ahead and we'll fill in the side here. Oh, and I run out of cubes. I should have gotten more than 30. Alright. Give me like 40 this time. Maybe even that's not enough. We'll just click a bunch. We'll get like 50. Okay. Back to work. So we'll go ahead and we'll fill the rest of this out. Try and put as much protection around the guy as possible. Alright. So, we'll go ahead and we'll switch over to windshields. I got 22 of these. So, we'll do... Actually, you know what? I got a better idea. Let's do... let me go back to the regular ones here for just a minute. I actually want to put up a second layer in front of him. Okay, so now we'll go back to the windshield cubes. And we'll put up a bunch of blocks like this. Then we'll go to this one. And you are able to spin these around, as you can see here. And we'll do something like this. A little bit of aerodynamics going on. So that's a decent windshield. But you can pretty much get the idea on how this works. But you got your different categories, you know, your movement, your hardware, your special, and your cosmetic, which right now I've got nothing. So I've got some top mount SMGs. They do 98 damage. So I'll just go ahead and throw on some of these here real quick. These things are 360 degrees anyway, so it doesn't really matter what direction I point them. But there you go. There's some guns. Let's actually go back, and I've got 4 of the front-mounted ones. So now we made these little extensions here. So we'll go ahead and throw these on the extensions. So there you go. And you can see my CPU load, I'm at 227 of 480. So just a pinch less than half, so I can definitely do a lot more to it. But yeah, so that's the basics of building. You could spend hours and hours messing with this to try and work out the perfect vehicle. But I think I think it's time to definitely jump into the action so you guys can see what that's like. So let's go ahead and go back to one of my previously made vehicles. So we'll go back to garage. And we will load up... Yeah, I'll load up this one. This is the one I've been experimenting with. Let's go ahead and load it up, and I'll explain what I've done. So this one's got a lot heavier armor. I went with the 6 wheels, so in case a couple of them get knocked out, I can still drive it. But it's got 3 turrets on top that are 360 degrees, and then it's got 2 that are basically out front only. So I kind of designed this one, and you can see it's got the spikes, it's got the radar dish. This little thing on the end here, right here, that is for if I accidentally get turned over, I can actually flip myself. But I've sort of designed this to be a speedster, so I try and run in a little bit and just do as much frontal damage as I can. So let's go ahead and do a couple of quick rounds here and see how well this guy turns out. And as I said, this is 13 on 13. It automatically threw us in the queue. I don't know why it says average wait time 11 minutes. I've never waited that long. No more than maybe a minute or two is all. Yeah, loading in already. So, you see the tiers listed. You can see the names of the people. Some people have little shields next to their name. I'm not sure what that is. That's something I haven't figured out yet, what the shields mean. But as we do this, you know, pay attention to what some of these other people have built. Some of these creations are just crazy. Alright, let's zoom out a little bit here. But standard movement, you know, WASD. You can actually zoom in, zoom out, and you know, you just go to town with your guns. If I actually zoom in here just for a second, you can see the guns going off. It is future-based, laser-based. But let's go ahead and follow the team and see what we're going after here. But again, very similar to World of Tanks. You can destroy the opponents. You know, there's our base. They'll try and come and take our base. And it looks like we're fanning out pretty good here. I hear some lasers going off in the background, but I'm not picking up anything on radar yet. Now, one of the other things that's kind of different about this game is when you're actually attacking or being destroyed, you don't really have a health bar. Instead, you start losing your blocks. We got some guys off there in the distance. So basically, they disable you. You see these guys are getting tore up. And this is not a good matchup. And I actually need to turn. I'm going to die. Do I get a kill on this guy? Alright, I need to run. Hey, I got level 7. I'm actually going to go around and see if I can flank him. I think we're going to win this. We had a bunch of guys who just... Crap, I got a guy on me from behind. Just lost a wheel. Alright, turn this thing around. We'll go after him with the front cannons. You're a dead man, fool. You're a dead man. I gotta turn this boat around. Ah, crap, I'm down to 2 wheels, and he got me. I'm number 1 on the board right now, though. If that's saying anything. I have got 1 kill, and I've destroyed the most blocks. So I'll flip around here just so you guys can see some of the other creations. Like, look at all the guns that this guy's got. He's got a much, much tankier vehicle than I do. There's an enemy right there. You can see the red. They're just lighting him up. Yeah, this guy's knocked over. We actually got defeated? Really? That's crazy. I got 1 kill. So here I got some points and I got some tech tokens. So that's how you do that. Now here's something else that's kind of cool. And this isn't necessarily the best example in the world. But you come back to this screen, and this is actually the repair screen. And it basically shows you in black on everything that got destroyed. So it's actually a way to sort of strategize if there's something wrong with your vehicle. And again, this really isn't the best example because I actually got completely destroyed. There's only like this one wheel and this one like windshield piece were the only things that didn't die. But in one where your vehicle's not destroyed, you can say, okay, this section here was destroyed, this section here was destroyed. Is there some way that I can maybe reinforce that stuff? So we'll go ahead and we'll hit R, and it says it's going to cost this much to repair. That's fine. And you see it all lights back up. So let's go ahead and go in again. No monkeying around. Alright, we'll go ahead and load up for round number 2 here. But so far I've had a lot of fun in this game. I did briefly play World of Tanks. I think the most I played World of Tanks was probably when we were beta testing it for the Xbox 360. And I do think I like this a little bit better just because you're able to create your own vehicle, and when you're able to add a little bit of, you know, creativeness into something like this, it just makes it more fun. We actually haven't seen a flying vehicle yet, but just the fact that you can mix into the tanks with the flying vehicles. Actually, speak of the devil, there's a flying one right there. So he's got, actually, is there 2 of them or just 1 of them? No, the other guy was still in the air. But you can see he basically has like a hovercraft built. And this guy looks like a giant pillow. Attack of the pillows. So we're going this way, huh? Alright, guess we'll go across the blue bridge. You see, he went over the... Oh, I was gonna say, I thought he was going over the mountain. He's like doing all these weird flips with that thing. Come on, pillow machine. Are there enemies down there? Oh, there are. We can kill the enemies. There we go. There's an assist, probably. Oh, he's down to nothing. It's like a wheel and a... That's another assist. I didn't get that kill either. Ha! There he goes flying off the edge here. Some of these guys are sacrificing armor for, like, how many guns can I put on this thing? Gotta have your design be a little bit smarter than that, I think. Let me zoom this camera back out here. Whoa. It does seem like the vehicles flip, like, really, really easily. So you have to be kind of careful on your driving. They do kind of handle like fast-moving tanks. But then again, if you build one that's actually balanced like really bad, it's gonna handle like even worse. Well, they've got 3 guys left out there, and I'm not picking up any on the radar. I'm slowly trying to make my way to their base. And it looks like a bunch of our other guys are almost there as well. You can see through the rocks there, all the little blue shields and plus symbols. So they're gonna beat me there. Do hear some gunfire going off though. I'm afraid I'm gonna miss out on all the action. I decided to take the scenic route, and there's a team victory. That wasn't a very good example, so we'll do a couple more. I'll jump into my other tank as well. I only had 1 assist. Oh, I had a scout. So yeah, I took no damage there. So let me quickly switch over to my other one. This was actually the first vehicle that I ever built. So we'll go ahead and load this one. But this one's got the spikes on the front, and it's got 4 big old turrets on the top. This one's you know, sort of low to the ground. But yeah, we'll give this one a shot. This one doesn't have the radar or the anti-flip device, so if I get flipped, I'm done. Loading, loading, loading. Load faster. I've actually got a lot of points. I probably need to go into the tech tree and unlock some more stuff. I'll do that last, though. I think I'll do 2 more matches. Hint, the shield icon above enemy robots defines their armor class of robot. Okay. Hello, giant square of... See, my tank is much more conventional. Nice open spaces. I don't know, this is a real open area on this map. This seems kind of crazy to me. You can see them off in the distance there. We gotta try and stay together here a little bit. Use some rocks for cover. Something. And probably hit that guy. Where'd he go? There he is. Got in a good hit there. Whoa, something hit me. Ow. An enemy tank has appeared. Get right up on him here. You're not gonna get away that easy, pal. Oh, no, no, no. He's chasing my buddy down. Good hits, good hits. Man, I wish I had like a turbo I could get a little closer to him. Keep hitting him. Keep hitting him. He's got good armor on that thing. Oh, I'm in real close now. You're done. You're done. Goodbye. I'm sorry, buddy. He knocked out all your wheels on one side. Yeah, he had 3 wheels too, so. Alright, let's get back into the action here. Looks like there's an enemy tank right there. Yeah, he moved out of range. I keep saying tank, and technically they're not tanks. They're combat vehicles of some description. It's just easier to say it's a tank. It's a block-shaped device that has cannons. Alright, we've got him. I think we've got him beat. I'm not... Yep, there we go. Awesome. I finished second that time. Alright, one more match. We'll go back to the other vehicle. I don't think I've had a really good showing with that one yet. Back to the garage. Load up the Jeep, as I call it. The Jeep needs a good showing. About, what, 40% into level 7? Oh, snow. I don't think I've done this one yet on this video. The snow one's pretty cool. I really like the snow effects. It's kind of dark. I think these maps are overall fairly well done. Alright, here we go. Let's see if we can get another win, guys. Like, look at that thing. I think he basically built it like that so that he would never flip. I think is the design behind that. That'd be my guess. I will follow this group. So we've got, what, 4 of us going this way and everybody else is going the other way? Sounds like a plan. And this game does have, like, environmental, like, dynamics. Like, if you go down on the ice down there, you'll be slipping and sliding all over the place. No traction. It's a mess. I've done that. I mean, like, even, like, this snow is, like, maybe a little slick. Alright, enemies on the radar. I'm detecting 2. I think 1 just died. Can we get any shots in on that guy? Oh, I did indeed. They might have a flying craft. Oh, what do we got over here? It's awfully long, a long ways away. We'll have to go around. Although we are approaching their base as well. We're pretty even as far as how many we both have up. Ah, they do have a flyer. Take him down. Good job, guys. Ow. Hit the rocks. Ah, enemy tanks are approaching. Go at him with my front cannons. That's what this one is all about. Getting right up on them and just taking them down with the cannons. Take down this block. I've lost some of my wheels. I've still got my turret up top, and he's dead. It's still drivable. I've got how many turrets? I've got 3 guns left. We need to get on the top of their base over here. And they have got 5 guys left, and we've got 8, I think. We need to sort of not be bunched up. I don't think that's the greatest idea in the world. I need to try and turn this thing. It's kind of driving like crap with that back wheel missing. So that I can hit anything that approaches. And there we go, victory! Top of the board! This might show a better example of what I was talking about before when I was talking about when you don't come out like fully destroyed. So you can see all the black pieces. It's like these are the ones that were destroyed. Top turret was gone. The front end was gone. Back wheel was gone. So it's like, is there some way I can maybe reinforce those in you know, some description? So it's a pretty cool system. But we'll go ahead and we'll hit Q. We're going back into the tech tree. I've actually got 82 that I could play around with, and I've got what, 5,998. So I will have to do some thinking about what I want to do. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen, if I can talk here. That is RoboCraft, currently in development. Pretty fun little game, I must say. But that will go ahead and do it for this video. So with that being said, everybody keep playing and have fun.